Hello, scouting parents and scouts together. Want to come with you today with a little bit of information about the Pinewood Derby. Pinewood Derby is traditionally a race where you take a wooden car that you build out of a block of wood. You race it down a track against three other participants. You'll go through a monitor that actually digitally records how fast your car is going. And you race to see who wins. You will get multiple heats, so it's not just one race and you're done. You get to race at least 4 times. And then there'll be a winner for the dens. So there'll be a first, a second, and a third place winner for each den, plus a first, second, and third place winner overall. There has been questions about something very special that our pack 318 likes to do, which is the Turtle Award. The Turtle Award goes to the car that just barely finishes the race, but finishes the slowest out of every other car. Now, the one thing that I have to mention about the Turtle Award is that we give this to the person with the slowest car that finishes the race. So, if your car doesn't make it through the finish line, we can't give you that award. Anyway, on to the important stuff here. This is the first question you got for yourself. Hey, I was given this box and this piece of wood, and what do I do with this piece of wood? Traditionally, what most people do is they take a pen or a marker or a pencil and they will make an outline somewhere on this car, what you want the top of your car to be like. So, here's a little suggestion of what we did one time, or not suggestion, but a little description of what we did one time. We also had one of our boys do something like this. So, you'll draw your outline and then you get to carving. You can carve with a knife. Let me tell you something, the more effort that your boy puts into this car, the more he's going to love, cherish, and remember this car. A lot of us, especially fathers, we get ultra competitive with this type of thing, and we like to carve the cars out for the kids. We want to make them look as cool as possible and as fast as possible, but the more work your son does on his car, the more he's going to appreciate it. With that being said, basically once you've decided what you're going to do, you can either whittle it out, like I said, with a knife, or you can go to grandpa's or dad's or mom's or whoever's got the power tools, and you can saw out your design. I think I was showing you a couple of these little guys. These are ones that we've done in the past, so I wanted to give you some examples of different cars that we've cut out ourselves. So I'll put those back here. Something else that you can do if you're not all that woodworking inclined, I guess I should say, is that you can buy what we call a pre-cut car. The pre-cut cars come in boxes like this, and it will already have a car that's cut out for you. So then all you have to do is add the weights, the wheels, and the decorations. I've got a couple of those that I can show you after they come out of the box. This was one that we had done. This is definitely a pre-cut car. We didn't cut this one ourselves. Here's another one that we got out of the store. If you notice, these are the exact same car, but they look totally different. Why? Because of the different things that you can do with the car. So just because you buy a pre-cut car doesn't mean that the pre-cut car is not going to look awesome or different from everyone else's. Another idea, just for those of you who maybe want to stick with the traditional block wood, but really don't have time or the knowledge to do all the cuts and curves to make it look cool, I'm going to show you a little, here's a little car that we did for Chloe. So, for the little sister's race, she jumped in there. All we did basically was just cut the big slab off the car, and all of a sudden you got a nice flat little fun thing. Keep in mind though, this is going to make the car weigh very little, and you're going to have to put a lot of weight on this car to make it work. So, with that being said, we're on to weights. Well, let's go on to tires first. The tires are these little round, runny things. They come like this. Basically, each tire is going to come with a nail. These nails are actually going to go straight through your wheel, and voila, they fit perfectly and still let your tire spin. So, you're going to take your block of wood or your pre-cut card, depending on what you purchase, and you're going to take your tire. You're going to slide it right into the groove. So there's a groove right here. You're going to take your nail and slide it right in there. Now, if you take a hammer and you nail it in there, you run the risk of actually nailing the tire up into the wood, which will actually make your tires not straight. You want your tires flat and straight. Something else that you can do to help make your tires flat and straight is once you have your tires in there, take a screwdriver, flathead preferably, and you'll stick it into the little creases, and you're going to push down both on the back and on the front of the nail to make sure that that nail is flat against the wood. So that the nail's flat out, that means the tire is going to be flat. Also, make sure that you don't push your wheels in too far, because if your wheels are in too far, they're going to rub against the side of the car. Rubbing against the side of the car obviously is bad because it's going to create friction, which is going to slow down your car. So, with that being said, we're done with the wheels. Next thing that we're going to talk about weights. Let me grab this car here. Basically, what I wanted to show you is there's many different types of weights that you can find out there. There's these flat weights that look like this. There are bigger, like, you can buy them in stores. They come in packaging like this. You can put weights on there that look like that. You can put little circular weights. I've got my whole little kit sitting over here so that it's easier for me to kind of go through all this and explain it to you. So this is going to be some of our round weights. You ask me, John, what am I going to do with something big and round and stupid like that? I'm going to show you real quick. This car here, what I did was I cut them in half. They've got little grooves in them. They actually cut pretty easy with pliers or whatever. I drilled holes into the back of the car, and then I shoved them in there to make like I don't know, make like exhaust pipes. But basically, that is a lot of weight that I added to the back of the car by just drilling 2 holes and shoving the weights in there. And again, it looks kind of cool. It looks like tailpipes. So we'll put that down. Now, something else that you can do. There's all kinds of different things you can use. You can use screws to add weight. You can, like I said, you can buy just about any types of weights that they have out there. I'll show you something that's kind of fun that they have. They have these little things. I don't know if you can tell, but they've got little screw holes in them. Basically what these would do is go on the bottom of your car. They come with little screws, and then you would screw them in. So this could add weight to the bottom of the car for you. Whatever you do though, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a very lazy person myself whenever I'm building cars usually. I like to use, as you can see on the top of this car, this is double-sided sticky tape. Absolutely love this stuff. I used it on this car. I used it on this car here. You can see where the you can see that the weights are all over the sides and whatnot. The thing about double-sided sticky tape is it adds, it adds some room. Problem with that being that if you use the double-sided sticky tape on the bottom of the car, and then you put some of these flat weights on the bottom of the car like so, it actually makes the bottom of your car bigger. Problem with that is that the bottom of your car now will scratch the track, creating friction, making it to where your car will either run slow or not run at all. Maybe not even finish the race or even make it down the track. So whatever you do, if you're going to put weights on the bottom of the car, make sure that you're not using double-sided sticky tape. If you are using double-sided sticky tape and putting it on the bottom of the car, you're going to need to cut out a little groove to make sure that the weights can go in there without them sticking out and touching the bottom of the track. A lot of this we will go over at Pinewood Derby. We will make sure we've got a little tool that can make sure that the cars clear the track, things like that. But the last thing you want to do is show up at Pinewood Derby and have to work on your car. You want your car to be done, ready, looking good, looking ready to race. With that being said, I'm going to show you a couple little designs here. Basically, once you've got your car looking the way you want it to, once you've got it cut or you've got your pre-cut car, you're going to want to, decorate it, make it look great. So, what we've got is you're going to want to sand it. Some people want to sand it. Sometimes you don't want to sand it. Sanding it's obviously going to make it smoother, look nicer. And if you're carving it with your hands or whatever, like knives, things like that, you're definitely going to want to sand it. If you're using the machines and you've got a power sander at home, then maybe you don't need the sanding paper. But sanding paper, always a great idea. Next thing you're going to be looking at is you're going to be looking at paint. Obviously, most paint is going to work. So you can draw paint lines, paint different things. One of my favorite things to do, I don't know if you would like to do it or not, spray paint. Spray paint is always fun. As you can see, we got a nice big gold can of spray paint here, but we got a nice golden car. Makes it real easy. It does take a little while to dry, but once you're done spray painting it all up and making it look all cool, then it's time to move on to decals. Pinewood Derby actually sells its own little types of decals. You can purchase those from the Boy Scout store or the hobby store, wherever you want to go to. I'm going to show you real quick. Basically what we use is we use all kinds of fun little stickers that you can get at the hobby stores. But, as I said, Pinewood Derby rules. Pinewood Derby decals. So these things can be fun. They've got all kinds of little different skulls, flames, numbers, all kinds of stuff like that. So you're going to want to make sure that you put those on your car to make your car look as fun and as decorative as possible. Remember, you can paint your own designs. You don't have to use stickers or decals. If your kid's an artist or he loves to be creative, definitely let him do something fun and creative. The best cars that I've ever seen are the ones where the kids have a lot of fun. I've seen kids carve out whales. I've seen kids carve out the turtle, trying to get the turtle award. You can add things. If you want to put a G.I. Joe figure on top of your car, by all means, go for it. But you have to make sure that the car does not get to a certain height. I don't know the exact height regulation. I just want to, I'm going to tell you, if it's standing up tall, it's not going to clear the gates. So if you're going to add something to the car, if you're going to put like a little figure or a little head, you can definitely do it. I wouldn't take it any more than an inch off the top of the car. That way you're sure that you clear all the different areas. So, you take your block, no more than an inch, and then you should be able to add whatever you like to. I've added all kind. I actually took my slowest car ever running. I actually took a second block that I wasn't using, and I put it on top of the main block and created this big like tank-looking thing. It was kind of cool. It was really slow. So anyway, going with that, last couple things I want to go over. This here, this is called graphite. Graphite will go on your axles or on the nails. It is somewhat of a lubricant. It's like small metal shavings. It makes your wheels spin faster. Please, if you're with my pack, do not go out and buy yourself a big bottle of graphite for this Pinewood Derby. I have probably 150 things of graphite in this baggie, and they will all be available for you at Pinewood Derby. So, if you've already bought your graphite, more power to you, especially if you're going to be around for a few years. If you're not and you don't want it, just feel free to throw it in our graphite bag. We'll save it for next year's contestants. We will have a great time doing this. One of the last things I need to tell you about, you get little white numbers. These little white numbers come with your Pinewood Derby kit. I believe, let me see if mine are in here somewhere. There they are. These are your numbers. When you're racing, we will give you a number for your kid's car. Please make sure that that number goes in there with these white dots. It's really fun and cool to do something like this where you've got the number 24 in a clear, cool sticker type form, but the problem that we run into with that is it's really hard for the people running the race to find your car. We're going to probably have 60 to 80 cars sitting on our tables. And what they need to be able to do is they need to be able to look at the cars real quick and find the numbers. So here's number 61. Here's number 35. Now, we're not telling you where the stickers have to be. We prefer it not be on the bottom. But if they're, on the top, you can put them in the front. One of my favorite places to stick the stickers actually is to put them on the back here. That way they're not really messing with the graphics that you've done to your car. Last couple ideas. I will tell you that my experience so far with racing Pinewood Derby, you want your weight more to the back. You can put, as you can see in here, I don't know if you can tell, but we've bored little holes and stuck weights right next to the back axles. Obviously the tailpipes are weights. What I found is the weight from the back of the car seems to push it along a little faster to finish off the race. I haven't won first place overall yet, so I could be wrong. But this car actually took, I believe, first place in its den and second place overall. So this was the best one I did. A couple quick ideas, though. If for some reason you are having problems getting the weights on, you don't know what to do with the weights, again, this double-sided sticky tape, you can just put the weights right on top of the car like that. You can, one thing that I did one time, it was really fun. I'll show you this real quick. These pre-cut cars have little holes for the wings on the back. I actually used weights as wings. So that helped to add a little bit of weight to the car. We were running a little shy. Now you hear me talking weight. How much weight is perfect? 5 ounces. And what we're going to be using is a scale like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your car, we're going to put it on top of the scale, and if it weighs 5 ounces, you are golden. Your car shall run. It's legal. If it's 3 ounces, your car can run, it is legal. Probably won't do so well. If your car is 5.1 ounces, it is illegal. We take this very seriously. We do not let any car on the track over 5 ounces, no matter what we have to do. If we have to cut the end of the car off with a saw right there at Pinewood Derby to bring you down 0.1 ounces, we will do that for you. We will do whatever we can to help you get to that 5 ounce mark, but you cannot go over it. Keep in mind, the graphite is small metal shavings. Therefore, if we put the graphite on your wheels, it'll probably add close to 0.1 ounces or 0.01 ounces or something like that. So if you're at currently 4.9 ounces, then you should be great. If you are at a perfect 5 ounces and we add the graphite, it might be enough to take you over. So keep that in mind while building your car. If you want to put the graphite on at home and make sure you don't go over 5, that's perfectly fine also. So anyway, that's about all I got for this. If you have questions, please feel free to leave comments, and I will do my best to answer those questions for you. Our Pinewood Derby rules are standard. We do it just like National does it. So if your car can win at our Pinewood Derby and there's a National Pinewood Derby that comes up, or District Pinewood Derby, you know, if they do something fun where all different crews are going, you would be able to register with your car for that. We do sibling races. I don't know about every other pack out there, so you know, I love showing off the girls' cars. They're always a little more fun. They're definitely creative. We used a sparkly spray paint on that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was informational. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. And good luck to you on Pinewood.